Alright, hey you guys, I'm GTA Juan 98, of course, and I'm gonna be reviewing Rango. My thoughts about the movie, I thought it was pretty cool. It wasn't, like, terrible, but it was alright. Um, of course, I can't just say it was alright, I gotta, so there's gonna be a lot of spoil reviews, so if, you haven't seen the movie and you don't wanna know anything about it, this whole video is gonna be filled with spoils, so, don't watch it if you haven't seen it. If you have not seen it and you just want to watch the video, fine, go ahead. I'm not going to stop you. Just go ahead. Just watch it if you want to. Anyways, the music picked for this movie, I don't know if you can hear it, but for me, it was horrible.
To the land without end.
Um, I felt that the music was a little bit annoying at the time, but it gets real boring. Like at the beginning, you're like, oh, what's this movie going to? What's the point of watching this if it's really boring, and you don't know where it's going? But after a while, for me, I don't know why other people like Spill.com they didn't see this. I haven't seen their audio review yet. Spill.com, go check them out too. But Spill.com is really cool. They review movies, but they're in cartoons, so it's pretty cool. Go watch them. Spill.com. Um, I didn't hear him say this movie reminds me of Flushed Away, and which it does. For me, it does. It reminds me of Flushed Away, and it's the same point. This guy, the rat and Rango are very similar. They both don't have a family. They don't have real friends. All they have are dolls. You know, Rango has a doll which has no head and is missing an arm and has no clothes. So it's just a Barbie. So and then he has a plastic fish, which you can see in the poster, obviously, and nobody can talk. So he's the only one who can talk. So he has no friends that can actually talk to him and say hi. Nobody. And he has a dead cockroach or a dead bug, and a tree. That's it, a fake tree, and that's all his friends. And he lives in this aquarium. One day, the car hits a bump, the aquarium falls, and he has to live by himself now. And of course, when he was in the aquarium, he used to talk. He was crazy. He was a little crazy. He would talk to it by himself with the toys and all that. So it was really weird at first. I'm like, oh, this movie's kind of getting boring and a little annoying too. Rango was like, I was like, you know what? Johnny Depp is not my favorite actor anymore because my voice actor anymore because he can't do voice acting. But after a while, it kind of let you down because you wished that this movie was live action because it was awesome. The movie turned into a western, and that's what it was, and it's really cool. But of course, when he becomes sheriff, he tells lies about how he used to do this and that, kind of like Flushed Away. And also like Gulliver's Travel. I'll review that movie. I'll review that movie some other time. We'll get to that later. But and it's the same plot as both those movies. So he says lies, and people believe him automatically. But then after a while, he realizes, oh, these guys really trust me. So and there's a bad guy. I won't spoil this, but there's a bad guy who you weren't expecting him to be a bad guy. But and this isn't a cartoon for kids. It's really not. I mean, there's parts where I was scared. There was a villain that was a snake, and he looked scary, and he actually cussed. No kidding, he actually cussed. And he cussed a couple of times. But I'm like, whoa. And a few of these characters, when you look at this cartoon, you're like, oh, nobody's gonna die. But yeah, actually, there are characters who die. They get drowned. They get killed in ways that you would see in a rated R movie. And Nickelodeon did it. So how can they have this kind of stuff? And it just blows my mind away. How do they, how could have they like literally made this movie when there are scenes in here that aren't intended for kids. So, of course, Rango and the other um chameleon that he meets, it's a girl, are gonna fall in love, and they do. And that's, and but I wish this was live action, because after a while it gets real good. And there were a few parts in the middle where I'm like, oh, this movie is getting to the point where they're running out of jokes. Just basically jokes for kids. But no, then after a while it gets real cool. The action scenes are amazing. The first part are boring, so give this movie a shot. It will bore you at sometimes, but it's really good. So what do I give it? I give it a 10. It's really good and a full price. Go check it out. It's a real good movie. Don't watch it in 3D. It doesn't deserve to be watched in 3D. If you watch it in 2D, it'll still blow your mind. And actually, in 2D, when you watch it, it feels like it's popping at you. It's feel like it's like this, like that. See? That's all the animation is, like right at your face, right at your fingertips. You're like, whoa, that looks, and it looks the same thing without the 3D. So go check it out. It's a real good movie, full price, 10 stars. I love it. I love it. I love it. I love it. So go check it out. Yeah. If you haven't seen the trailer, or if you never heard of this movie, you don't know what I'm talking about. Check out the trailer. Trailer. It's called Rango's, obviously, and go check it out. It's real good. Mm, that's about it. I don't have nothing else to say. So you have watched Juan's review. That's what. And actually, yeah, if you notice that my channel has a different background, um, I decided to call my show, my movie review, Juan's review. Didn't come up with a name. After I have a lot of videos, I will make a second channel, change my name. I don't like my name right now. Hmm. Um, it kind of rhymes. GTA Quan 98. GTA Quan 98. Kind of rhymes, so I have a rhyming name. I do have another name that I have, so when I make a second channel, I'll change my name. Anyways, this is a good movie. Go check it out. You will love it. For kids, if you're like 8 years old and you're watching my videos, which I'm pretty sure a lot of 8-year-olds watch my videos, um, well, go check it out. But I don't. Ask your mama. Ask your mama if you can watch this movie. Nah, ask your mom if you can watch this movie. Um, there are tense scenes here, so don't take your little brother or anything like that. But overall, this is a good movie, and it is for kids. But there are a few scenes where they cuss, they kill people. A little too intense for kids. So, um, that's about it. That's really all I have to say. So, see you later.